Hi, my name is Laurie Boydstun. I'm in LD 5311 AP01 for Fundamentals of Leadership. Today I'm going to talk about a video that of myself observing one of my co-teachers. She's actually our math team leader. Her name is Bonnie Rucker. I've had the privilege, my daughter has actually had her for her class, and I have the privilege of working with her. I'm with the ELAR planning team, so I was very excited to meet and watch her do her math, because I feel like that's something that I need to be stronger in. And I told her, I said, well, not only it benefits me for my class, but it also benefits me as a teacher to see someone who has so many years experience with math and is also our team leader. And I believe she's been with our district now for 13 years, and of those 13 years, 12 of them has been spent teaching first grade, and so she is a very strong first grade teacher. And like I said, I've had the opportunity to actually have her as my daughter's teacher, and now I get to work with her. So today I'm observing her teaching a math lesson, and one thing that we've been working on in math is our place value, which is something that is a struggle. And so what she'll be working on is, the plan of it was to come in and have the lesson, but things change. So I'll be watching her conduct a lesson, and I was very grateful to be able to see her actually take and see how she separates her manipulatives and gets everyone together, and starts with teaching children about first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and doing that sequencing with numbers. And then throughout the lesson, I'll be able to watch her walk around the room. I'll be able to see how she does her strategies with her students and the different learners that she has, her ELL learners, how she differentiates instructions, and also how she assesses the students as she goes, and how she's monitoring the students and walking around. And then I will be taking notes and doing what I've seen my principals do in the past. And also, we've just done the new T-test. So they had us actually go through and observe a video of someone teaching and talk to us about note-taking and what is important, and kind of like the scripting thing, which is basically how I do whenever I go into any classroom to observe, even whenever I was going through school. And so I find it very important to write down what I hear and what I think and what I see, and to use the Gibbs reflective cycle, which is something I was doing without realizing I was even doing. And so I will have a better understanding of the math lesson and what I can do. And also to be able to look at it from an outside point of view. One thing that I know will be challenging is the students, and them wanting to see you and say hi, and having a different teacher in their classroom. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope that everything goes very well, and that I'm descriptive and I do as I need to do. Thank you.
All right, and then you're going to put the rest of that back in your math toolbox. We haven't had a chance to start these this year, and I need to do that for just a second. So. All right, come on, give them to the people whose numbers. At your desk, let's go. Janaea is 7. Number 6, Christine. Give me some more. There's more on the floor. Let's get them. 8. Who's number 8? 8. Mamie, are you 8? Honey, you got it. 5. Peden's number 5. Okay, you keep passing those out. I want to go back to passing this over. 11 is Cyrus. You two got to quit moving these desks. Thank you. Hurry up and get seat open. Okay, remember, you're taking off one red and all the blues out of the bag, and then the reds go in your red box. 16. Looks like I need to rewrite that one though. That's Jenny. Jenny, 16. Shh, quit yelling. 3 is you. I know, it'll be okay. Nope, you're not listening. Everybody put your hands on your head so you can listen. Everybody in the room, so put your hands on your head. I'm going to model for you what I want you to do. Okay. Well, why don't you use this as number one, because I don't know what you're number one. Hands are on your head. You're going to listen. I'm bringing you a baggie. You're going to take out one red and all the blues. The rest of them, oh, your hands aren't on your head, so I know you're not listening. Axel, quickly. You're going to leave the rest of them in the bag. You're going to open the box. You're going to put the bag in the box. Shut it. Put it right there on your name tag. And unsnap your cubes and put them on the name tag. Only the blue ones and the one red. Okay? Quickly, let's get this done. If you still need cubes, would you raise your hand, please? Haley, you still need some? Okay, I did not. I said the exact opposite of that. That's why your hands were on your head so you could listen. Okay, take out all the blues. There you go. And one red. Let's put all the rest in here. Now wait, we'll have them ready for our activity in just a minute. Okay, we give us about 1 more minute. Good listening. Okay, now put it up here and unsnap it. Where's your one red? You got your one red? Good job listening. Unsnap them, put them on your name tag. Put all the cubes, sign it up here on your name tag. Put it up here on your name tag. Okay, quickly, quickly. You're behind us, so quickly, let's go. Okay, you unsnap those. Today I put them up in your name tag. Get it up here. I'm going to go ahead and take it out at the top of your desk. Look, unsnap them, get them up here. Okay, get those put back in there. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. When your desk looks like Cyrus and Alexi's, give me a thumbs up. I wonder which row can do it the quickest. I'm number one. I know, and I'll put the number one on there for you. So. Okay. Oh, I see some. Oh, almost. Colin's messing with his, but almost all of row one. Row four. Put your thumb up when you're done. Hurry, Jenny.
Somebody dropped their cube.
Where?
Right there.
Okay. Well, it's probably mayonnaise. Here you go, honey. I'll just shoot it towards you then. All right. Put your thumbs down. We're going to do an activity really quickly before we use the cubes. So that's why they're at the top of your desk. I need you not to touch them. Okay? We're going to do an activity really quickly. I'm going to call it, where's the cube? Okay? And I'm going to call some people up here. Then I'm going to use your red cube for just a minute, okay? And I'm going to tell you when I get people up here, then I'll tell you what we're going to do. I want row one. But you can stand right here, please, beside me. Row one. Okay, stand right here. Yep, just in a line. And row four. Would you come up and stand right over here past Owen in the line? Zoe, Kaden. I see some friends that are messing with the cubes. You'll lose your materials. That's what happens when you don't listen. Axel, leave them alone. Okay, I need everybody else out there to be LLP, please. Show Colton, our new student, how to do LLP, please. Scoot it up, listening, learning position. Scoot it up under your desk, hands still on top of your desk. No heads down, because I can't see your face or hear your voices when I need you to talk. All right, now look up here. We have some students in line. They're going to put their hands behind their backs. Like behind their waist. You're going to close your eyes, and I'm going to give one of them a cube, and then I'm going to give you some hints in just a minute how to find the cube. Okay, so everybody out there, close your eyes. Close your eyes, Christine. I can see your eyes. Close your eyes. If you have to, cover them with your hands. Open your eyes. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to give you some hints of ways that we can find who has the cube. The person that has the cube in line, this is person number 1. Okay. Then it would be what? 2,
3, 4, 5, 6,
7. And if we were counting those off, we would say she is what? First.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
The person that has the cube is the 5th person in my line. If you know who that is, give me a thumbs up. Alexi knows. The 5th person in line. Good, Colin. I'm glad you're up here, but you're still figuring it out. Good job. All right. I want you to turn and tell someone near you very quickly who has the cube. Hocus pocus. Now think for a minute. How did you know she had it? Think about that for a second. Now turn and talk and tell each other. How did you know? How did you know it was And she's the 5th one? Okay. Hocus pocus. Thank you, friends up here in line. Thank you, Zoe. You'll go sit back down for me, please. We're going to try it again with another group. You'll go back to your seats, please. Thank you. I love Ethan's LLP, his listening learning position. Good job, Ethan. Now I want row 2. Would y'all walk this way around the room and come line up, please? Walking feet. Colton, we always walk. And we always need to push our chairs under. So next time, push your chair under, okay, Colton? That's okay. It's all right. Okay, let's get in line. Okay, everybody close your eyes.
No, your eyes are not closed.
Oh, I'm the teacher. I can decide whose eyes are closed and not closed. Close your eyes, please. Open your eyes, please. Okay. The person that has the cube is the person that is after the second person in line. After the second person in line. When you know who has the cube, give me a thumbs up. The person that has the cube is after the second person in line. If we say that again, this person is the first one, okay? The person that has it is after the second person in line. Okay, oh, I see a few people that are still thinking. Axel, leave it alone, or you're going to lose a point and you're going to lose your materials. Because we're going to use them in just a minute. You're going to want them. Okay, very quickly, turn and tell someone near you who has the cube. Sean has the cube. Stop. Hocus pocus, stop. Oh, good. Stop, sign hand. Good job. This time, I want you to turn and say, I know Sean has the cube because. And finish that sentence.
Because you suck.
Sean has the cube because.
No, because he's third.
Because he's third, and third comes after second. Oh, hocus pocus. In my conversation up here, some of them told me they knew it was Sean because he was third, and third comes after second place. Very good. Okay, let me have that. Thank you. Go walk and sit down, please. Just go and sit down. Thank you. Okay, hands LLP. Keep them still. Off your cubes. Okay. I want row 3 to go around the room and come over here, please. Row 3. Stop. I said around the room. Around the room. Row 3.
It's not us.
And then I also want row 5. Row 5. Not at this second. We can do it in a little bit. Come on, row 5. You're row 5. Come on. Yes. Yeah, that's you. Ariana, come on. That's you. Let go of the cubes. Leave the cubes alone.
They got a lot of people.
I know it's hard. I know it's really tempting. Okay, leave them alone. All right, Christine, we'll tie it in a minute, honey. Let's stand up because we'll know what they're looking for. All right, close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay. Open your eyes. Listen to the hint. And don't say anything. You'll just give me a thumbs up when you know who it is. Okay. This person that has the cube is before the 7th person in line.
I know.
Okay, well give me a thumbs up. When you know, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Oh, don't be telling. Don't be telling anybody. All right. Now, you're going to turn and talk and you're going to say, I know that has the cube because, ready? Talk.
I know Cyrus.
Not so
I know Cyrus. I know Alexis.
Alexis?
I know.
We'll talk to one of them. They're right here. Who do you think has it, Laurie? Why? And 6 comes.
I think 11.
6 comes before 7. Very
Alexis
good.
has it because she's 6.
All right. Hocus pocus. Who had the cube?
Alexis.
Why did she have it? How did you know?
Because she's 6.
Because she's 6 and 6 comes before
7.
7. Oh, you guys are so smart. Kiss your brains. Good job. Go sit down, please. Go sit down, please. All right, we're fixing to use our cubes. If we can all sit down and leave them alone for about 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Yes, you may go. Whoops. Excuse me, honey. There you go. Okay, so boys and girls. Yesterday. Okay, put your hands back on your heads since we're not listening. Hands on our heads so we'll listen. Okay. Now do LLP. Show me LLP with your hands being still so you'll listen. Okay? Push your timer. Yesterday, Ethan, remember we got in groups and we passed the bear and we practiced counting forwards and backwards?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing again today. We're going to talk about reciting, which means to say numbers from 1 to 120. We're going to talk about going forwards, which means the numbers get, do you remember from yesterday? They get bigger. And we're going to talk about counting. We're going to practice counting backwards, which means the numbers are getting smaller. But that's what we just did up here. We just used what was called ordinal numbers. And we used our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. And I'm so proud of you. I wanted to just try that and see if y'all knew that. And I'm just so proud that 1st graders knew 7th position. That's wonderful. That's why I told you to kiss your brains, okay? All right. Well, I want you to listen carefully to what you're going to do. You are going to get out this, and I'm going to have to find Colton one. You're going to get this book out of your desk and you're going to open it to page 95. As soon as you find it, without talking, look around beside you and see if somebody needs your help without you getting out of your seat. And if not, you just put your head down. Head down on when you find it. It's a big 120 chart. 120 chart. Shh, no talking.
Which page is it again? Which page is it again? I need help. Which page is it again?
You need to scoot up. Hannah, I already found it for you. 95. 95. 95. I like how quietly Alexi is finding the page. out of lunch. New student today. I like how quietly Sean found page 95, and he's sitting quietly. This is one reason why I wanted your boxes at the top of your desk, so you have room for your book on your desk. There's always a reason for what Miss Rucker wants you to do. Put them up here. Well, we'll deal with it in a little bit. 95. Here, can I help? We got it. There we go. Good deal. Up here. Okay, can I help you? Let's find it. Let's keep going. We're in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 95. I like how quietly Andy is sitting with his bubble in. Okay. You went just a little bit too far. Right there. Oh, you're almost there, girl. Oh, that's too far. Okay, I'm looking around the room. Thank you, Owen. Good job, Owen. He has a big old bubble in his mouth. And go all the way to the 90s. Okay, here we go. Did you find it, Tanea? Okay. There you go, right there. Anybody else? Okay, I want you to take your red cube. All right, hold your red cube in the air. The one red cube. Oh. I don't need any noise. Okay, hold your red cube up in the air. I want you to put it on the number 18. Everyone find the number 18 and give me a thumbs up when you have put your cube on number 18. So I'm looking around the room. 18. You got it right there. Put it in. You got it. 18. Don't mess with your boxes. We'll need them in a minute when we put things away. 18. You got it, Kristen. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you for finding 18. Now scoot up under your desk so you'll be a good learner. Okay, now I want you to take, oh, are you listening? I want you to take 5 blue cubes and cover up the next 5 numbers after 18. So leave your red cube on 18 and you're going to put 5 blue cubes on the next 5 numbers. So here's mine on my 18. And then I'm going to put 5 more. I'm going to put 5 blue ones on my chart. Now be careful because when you get to 20, you're going to have to return sweep and go to the next row. I'm looking around to see if you've done it. I like the quiet mouths while we're working this. You need to go forwards after 18. Go forwards, please, not backwards. We don't need to snap them together. We don't have time for snapping them together today. Go forwards. And the next 5 numbers after that. Okay? Axel, you need to follow directions. Come on. Put your red on 18 and the next 5 numbers. 1, 2, come on. 3, 4, 5. Okay, now everybody, touch your red cube. Pick it up and say the number. What number is that? 18. What is the next number counting forward?
19.
The next number?
20.
Next? 21. Next? 22. Next? 23. Very good. But now let's practice counting backwards. Everybody put your finger on your cube that's on 23. I promise I will tell you when to take them off. Don't take them off till I tell you. I'll tell you when to clear it, okay? Your red should be right here. Okay, then put your red back. Okay, we're going to start at 23 and we're going to go backwards. Ready? And pick it up and look at it. We're going to go slow enough that we can pick it up and look at it. Ready? Pick it up. 23, 22,
21,
20, 19, 18. Very good. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Now, clear your mat. This is a 120 chart mat. You'll hear me a lot say in math to clear your board or clear your mat. Clear it off. Put your cubes back on the top of your desk. Quickly. Shouldn't take more than 2 seconds. Back at the top of your desk, Colton. Okay. Now hold up your red cube again. No one should be talking. Hold up your red cube again. You're showing me you're ready when your red cube is held up in the air. Colton, grab your red cube. Come on, quickly. Okay. Now I want you to put your red cube on the number 47. 47. Find 47. Your red cube on 47. I like the thumbs up when we have done what Miss Rucker asked. Good job. Good job. Wow, all of row 3 is ready. 47 needs a red cube. You got your red cube? It's right there in your hand, sweetheart. There you go. It's the red one on it. Yeah. Okay. Right here. 47. See? 47. Okay? All right. Now, this time, I want you to take 5 blue cubes and put them going backwards from 47. Go 5 squares backwards. And give me another thumbs up. You're going backwards from 47. Love the thumbs up, Colton. Thank you. Wait to see more thumbs up in the air before we can move on. Okay. Now, everybody touch your red cube. We're going to count backwards first this time. So what is our number under the red cube? 47. Then go backwards. What's the number before 47? 46. Come on. 45. 44. 43. 42. Don't take your cubes off. Because now I'm going to go forwards now from 42. Let's go forwards now. Touch 42. And let's go forwards. Ready? 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. Okay. Good job. Now clear your board. Clear your chart. Book, whatever we want to call it. Clear it off. That means your cubes go back to your name tag. Clear it off. Quickly, I'm going to count down to 0, 5, 4. Your cubes are going to be on your name tag. 3, 2, 1. Zip. All right, we're ready. Now take your red cube and hold it back in the air again, please. We're going to get a little bit harder because I know you can do it. You're very smart first graders. Hold that red cube in the air. I want you to put this cube on number, I think number 83. 83, please. Find number 83. 83. When you have your red cube on number 83, then give me a thumbs up. Now, boys and girls, we've talked some about our 100 chart. We're going to talk about this more next week. But look at your chart. Look how going across on this whole row are 80s. Or you could find 83 by looking down the column of 3s. And we're going to talk about this next week. And we're going to practice this next week. So find the number 83 and give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up means I've done what you've asked, Miss Rucker, and I'm ready to move on. Now I want you to take your 5 blue cubes and I want you to put them going backwards from 83. Go backwards from 83. So 82. There we go. Go get it. Give me a thumbs up when you're done. Now you're having a return sweep going the opposite direction on this one. So you're going up above to the row above. Okay, you need 5 cubes. Come on. 83, 82, 81. Up here. 80. Don't go to the 90s. Don't get yourself confused. Okay, we're going backwards. Okay, see? And go here. Quickly. You went down below. You've got to return sweep back up to the row before. Okay? You too. Look. Return sweep going back. See? Right there. Scoot up. I can't walk by. This rubber can't walk by if you don't scoot up. Okay, so let's see. I'm still checking some of the work here. Let's be up here with this one. Good job. We're almost there. Right there. Okay. Zoe, look. You're up here. Okay, you return from here from 81 to 80. Okay, put it right there. Okay, so now put your finger on 83 and let's start counting backwards from 83. Ready? Go. 83, 82, 81, 80, 79, 78. Woo, that's hard work. Now let's count forwards from 78. Ready? 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. Very good. All right, clear your mat. I'm going to count down to 0. Your mat's going to be cleared.
All right, today I am going to discuss my observation that I had with Miss Bonnie Rucker, a first grade teacher at Edison Elementary, where I also teach first grade. As I had said in my introduction video, that she is our math team leader, and I am very honored to be able to watch her. I've been ELAR for the last 3 years. The last 2 years I was ELAR for 3rd grade, so it was only ELAR. I did not teach math. And this year I'm finally in 1st grade, which is where I'd want to be, and I teach all subjects. So I feel a weakness in math, and so I was really excited to go see her and to see what she had in store for me. During my observation, I observed many things. One thing that I had put down that was it's so hard not to get up and help. As a teacher, you are constantly hands-on, and you see someone struggling and you want to go help them. And when I say see somebody struggling, I'm meaning a student, and in this case. And so, and when there's more than one teacher in the room, it's really hard because you want to be the one over there helping. And so that was something that I had struggled with, is to say, nope, I'm here to observe, and to put myself in that principal's shoes was definitely out of my element. And so let me begin on the evidence that I found during the field experience activity. Miss Rucker did a really good job of getting the students excited. I was able to see her. When I came in, she said, I'm sorry, I thought I would have time to put this together before you got here. And I told her, no, it's great, because I really liked Chelsea, because she hadn't separated and given out all the kids manipulatives that they had needed for that lesson that day. So it was really nice to see how she handed everything out and how she had prepared. She did things quite differently than I would have done, and so it was nice to see somebody else's approach. And so she was giving the kids their cubes and their different things as she was going through the lesson and getting all that prepared. And she started off her catcher. Her instructional strategy was to get that hook and get those kids involved, and it was to line them up. And it wasn't in the lesson plans because we all share the same lesson plans. And so she lined them up, and she said, "We're going to hide the cube." And she hit the cube, and she said, "Okay, in order to for you to guess, I'm going to give you a hint. The hint is it's the third person in line." And so they were focusing on those ordinal numbers and first, second, third, fourth, because we've been dealing with place value a lot. And so even getting the kids to know what comes first, what comes second, what comes third, or even 1, 2, 3, 4 in orders, and then you have forwards and backwards. And then instructionally and the student engagement was through the roof. They all were very much engaged. She had a few that were off task, but she was very quick to get them right back on task. She would have them close their eyes as she was trying to hide the cube, and then she was also reminding them not to play with their materials, which is a constant thing you have to do in first grade. It's constantly reminding them not to play with them. My feelings, like I said, it was really hard not to get involved and to do that, especially when you see some kids playing and Miss Rucker was helping another student, and I wanted to be like, no, don't do that. But I didn't. I just smiled, and I think I may have shaken my head no a couple times, which you'll probably see on the video. And then as far as my evaluation, the good and the bad about the experience, there was definitely a lot of good. I learned a lot, and I was able to go back because I hadn't taught that lesson yet that day. And I took from her, and I did hide the cube, and my kids are still asking for, let's do that again. Can we do it again tomorrow? And so that is definitely something I'm going to revisit. And it got them into the lesson, and they got really excited about being able to count forwards and backwards, which was the ultimate goal, was to teach children, teach the students about counting, that you can go backwards and forwards, and also how to use the 120 chart that we have for them. And so it was definitely a great hook, because then they were wanting to hide their numbers and find their own numbers and do that, which goes into the differentiated instruction. She was able to have students that needed more help to do numbers that they would pick that would be an easier number for them to be able to count forwards and backwards, maybe at 15, so it's all on the same line, versus whenever it is on 51 and you have to count backwards from 51 and you have to go back up, or at 58 and you have to go back down to the other one. And she did that by having them get out, the red cube, put it on the number, and then use the blue cube for 5 forwards and 5 backwards. And then I'm trying to think. One thing that I was looking at this, and it said student engagement. They were all engaged. She did have to correct a few, and I even noted that she had asked a student to make sure that they were following directions. She had to talk to them a few times and explain to them that if they didn't stop playing with their manipulatives, that they would not have them when they really needed them. And another thing that I know that I had actually I had actually messed up on was, she was talking about Motivation Math Book, because she had gotten a new student that day, and I was like, I spoke, and I made a note of that I spoke about 20 minutes in, and I remember thinking, I'm supposed to be an observer, not somebody that's supposed to be involved in the conversation or even do anything. And then I like how she used her vocabulary. Recite means to say. And then what went well, it all pretty much went well. There was one thing that had happened that was kind of ha-ha, but so sad. But one of the little girls coughed so hard that she threw up, and she threw up on herself, the new student, and all over the book. And Miss Rucker was able to keep the kids going, as well as clean that mess up and get the girl sent off to the office. And so it was something that she was like, I'm so sorry that I'm like, no, that's things that happen, and those are things that I need to see. I'm just glad it wasn't in my room. And she did really good. I mean, nobody stopped working. I don't even think half the kids even realized what had happened. it was only the kids that were right there by her, and she quickly, by the student that did that, and she quickly moved the student away, made sure they were fine, and got everything cleaned up, and it went really smoothly. I really don't know if there's maybe 1 or 2 kids that actually knew that their friend had thrown up all over the place. And so I know that that's hard, and for newer teachers, that would be something that would take away from their whole lesson, and it would be done. And so she was right on task with that. What would I change? I would change how she handed out the manipulatives. I would have already had that done the day before. And so, and Miss Rucker is a very prepared teacher, and so I was really glad I got to see how she sorted them out. And she sorted them out a different way than I would, but I personally, differently, I would have done it before. Now, as far as what I would have done differently as an observer, which is probably what you meant, I would have, I wouldn't have talked, and I would have been able to maybe focus a little bit more. I was really nervous, even though I wasn't there to really do anything but to sit there and observe, which was a lot of pressure. So I definitely wouldn't have talked. And then the information that was probably the most surprising for me was that the time went by a lot faster than I thought it would. I figured it would feel like it was dragging on and on and on and on, and that I took so much away from the lesson. It took so much away from the lesson, but one thing was the kids were arguing over 70s or 80s, if it was in the 70s or 80s. I'm trying to read some of my notes, but and I think that was what it was, that I took so much from the, I knew I would learn a lot, but I took so much more, and I replicated her. I'd already had manipulatives ready, but I'd replicated her process that day, and it really worked with my kids, and I needed that because I feel like I need to be stronger in math as far as teaching math. Now, you asked how this will experience transfer in your practice as a school administrator. She was nervous, and I know anytime somebody comes into your classroom, I know for me, I get really nervous, even if it was just a student teacher or an observer that's a parent coming into my room, I'd be really nervous. And it was, I'm definitely going to take away and making sure to ease their nerves. She was very helpful, but she was nervous, and I could tell that she was nervous because she acted differently than she normally does. Again, she had a kid throw up all over the desk, so I mean that would pretty much shake anybody's nerves. But if I could do it again, I absolutely would. In fact, I asked her if I could come back in this time without the video camera and watch her do some more math lessons, because I did take so much away. I took away just how she even had them clear their mouth, or that she would, and then she would do it, have them count by 5. Just classroom management things that are, every group is different and everything is different, and just taking that away, just how she approached the math lesson itself. Excuse me. That she had them, I'm trying to look at my notes now of things that she would have them do. Again, I noted several times that it was really hard to not get up and help. She did do a lot for differentiation and an instructional strategy, and it also works with student engagement, is she did a lot of partner talk, which is something that we're really big on in our district right now, is to show that that partner talk. And it is hard to stop the students from not stop the students from talking, because they're going, and you kind of give them that look, and you're not supposed to do that. Whereas if I wasn't behind the desk, or if I was an actual administrator, I probably would have stopped them. But then you don't want to interrupt the flow of what the teacher has going on, which would really, I know people have said that once the principal intervenes or somebody else intervenes, an administrator, you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm done. And so that's something, being on that side of it, I'm glad I didn't, and I'm glad I sat there. But it was hard to just sit there. I think that was my biggest challenge, and something that I'll have to take away from it. And one thing else that I noticed as far as Miss Rucker and how she did her classroom management is wonderful. And she was able to, like I said, she had a student throw up, she had another one crying, and it didn't affect the other students, which shows that they know what to do and they are engaged. She had that one student that was working, and that she consistently, had to remind, please take care of your manipulatives, please don't do this, please don't do that. If you do, I'm going to take it away. And she gave them the proper amount of warnings, and she followed through with everything. I hope that this is covered to the extent that we need it to be covered, and I appreciate very much everything that you've watched, and look forward to doing many more observations.